What's up, people? It's your boy Spaces, man, and we are back with another one. And man, here we go. Here we are. What's happening? What's going on? It's a beautiful, beautiful day in the world of Louisiana. Louisiana's in the place to be tonight, man. How y'all doing? I hope y'all enjoying your day. I hope you're having a beautiful day, man, because I am. So I have to start this thing off by saying this, right? Here we go. Let's jump off the deep end. Coming on back home to Studio One, man. I have been gone long enough. I have been gone away. And now I'm back. When I left Studio One, one of my biggest things was, and I can't say that I ever left Studio One. Let me not say that. When I started using Bitwig, I used Bitwig because they've always had they have things that were interesting, and it made me want to create again. And now with some of the things that Studio One has added, makes me want to create again too. So let's start with that. We'll start with that number one. What up, Taxi? What's going on? What's going on? What's up, my boy? So I'm gonna start with that, and then I'm gonna say this after that. There's still things that I don't like about Studio One. I don't think we'll ever get to a point where we just like everything. There's things that I don't like. And I can't say that I don't like it. I'll say that I would rather use something else. That's a good way to put it. I'd rather use something else. And we'll talk about it. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. I don't want to jump too fast. So we're going to go down just the list of things that has been added, and I'll give my points on it as we go through it. All right. So we got a couple people in here. First, I want to just say shout out to all you for being here. Thank you. I appreciate it. There's 4 people watching. So we're going to go ahead and deep dive into this. I'm not going to hold y'all too long tonight. I got a long night and some things to do tomorrow, but I had to do this because I'm excited about it. So I will start with this. The ultimate question is, do I like the upgrades? It was Studio One 7. What the hype was. Was it hype or just talk? I actually like what they did in Studio One 7. I actually like it to the point where I'm going to be using it full time again. Now, there is people that I know that jumped on Bitwig because of things that I've had to say about it, right? I still think that Bitwig is a great DAW. By no means am I saying that one is better than the other. I just think for me personally, I got more work done with Studio One than I did with Bitwig. I just jumped on the Instagram Live or the IG Live, and we talked about it over there for a cool little minute before I came over. And the thing is that there's so many different things you can do in Bitwig. As you're doing them, I myself get caught in that, and I never get work done because I'm caught in the things that Bitwig does. There's things that I think Bitwig does better. Seriously, I think there's things that Bitwig does better. I think they are a little they're, in my opinion, a little more stabler. But that is just not the reason that I'm going back to Studio One, though. Studio One. All right, so Studio One is like this, right? Taxi say he's taking it for a spin right now. I know what you mean, my guy. Here's how I feel about Studio One, right? I feel like Studio One is the wife. It is 80% of what I need. Everything else is like that 20% that you just want, if that makes sense, right? So, it's just what it is, man. I am no matter how many times I've tried to leave Studio One because of whatever, I just keep coming back because I just work so much smoother in here. So here we are. So now I don't have an affiliate with Personas at all. This is just this is just me honestly speaking to what's going on right now, right? Texas A is gonna probably do a quick cook-up video. Hey, yes, do I follow you? Let's make sure of this right now. I need to make sure I follow you. It won't let me do it on this thing. Let me see here. Cause I want to see that cook-up, bro. I think I do, as a matter of fact. I think I do follow you already. Nope, but I do now. Here we go. So whenever you do that cook-up, I want to hear it, bro. I'm here for the cook-ups. For sure. But yeah, so I just, I'm just in love with Studio One, man. I just can't get away from it, bro. I just can't. There's things I think they can improve on. There's things that I think could be better. I think there's a couple things that I wish was already better, but it's just what it is, man. It's just what it is, bro. I can't leave and stay gone. Maybe it's my loyalty to Louisiana. I don't know. I'm a loyal person by nature, so maybe it's just like that. I don't know. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Studio One. Let's go ahead and jump over here. Here it is, Studio One 7. Let me get my notes here. We're gonna go through this. What I'm gonna do. I just threw something together here, and I just want to kind of play around with it, see what we get, see what we can create with it, just for the sake of what we're doing here. Okay. So I'm just gonna play this. Let's see what we got here. Well, let's go back. All right, so that's just me throwing something together, right? All right, so here we are. Okay. So one of the biggest things that just really, really, really grabbed my attention. First of all, before we even go into that, let me slow down, brother. Slow down, brother. Let's talk about the look. The interface itself. I see they rounded the ends, the corners. I see they did add some rounds to it. It was square, and so I see that they added that to it. Now, of course, you still have where you can stretch and all that good stuff, which I think is cool. I think they should leave that stuff there, and I'm cool with that, leaving it. So I like how they did this. They added those little dots. I noticed that. That's a different. I see they added, they have these little dots here where you can actually see what you're grabbing for. Like, I like that. I like the fact that they did that. So let's take. So I just muted this deal, right? So if what did I do? Hold on. How did I do that? I just did something. I don't know how I did it. All right. Well, I'm not gonna worry about it. because I just did something to it and I don't know what I did. Yeah. Oh, I could just go back to what I was doing. Oh, it's not working either. I don't know what I did. I was messing around with it earlier. Whatever. I don't even care what that is. Who cares? Um, yeah, it's nothing important. I just put something together. So, oh, I know what I did. Never mind. We'll keep it there for the sake of what we're doing. All right, cool. So yes, they did that. They added those little dots on there so you can see that you have something you can actually grab at and actually do something with, right? Of course, they continued. They did still have the same options there. I don't know if this toggle auto zoom was there before. I don't know. I can't remember if that was there before, but I like it being there. I'm glad that it's there. I can't remember if it was there in 6 or not. Maybe so, maybe not. Either way, it's there. That was a good one, right? So of course the aesthetics of it look different now. It looks good. I like the round ends. That's cool. I like that. Um, they did another loop deal here where you can. Let me make sure I do this right here. Where you can continue to loop it. So I don't know. That's stretching. Yeah, they added where you can loop this, but I'd forgot how to do it. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that because that's not even important at this moment. Yes, they have a way that you can loop this now where it will continue to loop. You just drag it and it'll continue to loop over and over and over again. You know what? I need to find out how to do that. Let me figure that out. Because I think it's important. I think it's important to the video. Let me see. There is. Let's go here. We got to figure it out. Let's see here. Man, I forgot how to do that. Anybody know how to do this? Because I done forgot. I was fooling with it earlier. And I was able to do it earlier, but I think you have to. Yeah, I forgot how to do it. I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I'll figure it out before the end of the video. We'll come back because that is not even one of the points that I was gonna talk about. So we're just gonna move past that. All right. Yes, you can loop it, and it will continue to loop. Okay. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is this. Let's go ahead. Let's say if you're in here, you said at the bottom. I can't remember. I can't remember where I did that at. I did it somewhere. I just can't remember where I did it at. It's not that important. Just know you can do it. And I'll figure it out before I get off the live stream. I'll remember how to do it somewhere along the line. But anyway, you're into the song, you're into the track, you have your track here. This little deal right here. This right here is a launcher, and I love the launcher. That was one of the things that I just loved about with Bitwig is that you can do the launcher, because in the launcher you can test out different things that you want to do, see what it sounds like before committing to it. So I love that. So in this particular situation here, I can do my little let's take everything else, let's make it live here. So I can do that, right? So let's just say if I'm testing it and I want to, oh, come on. What are you doing here, bro? What is the problem? Oh, Jesus. Do I have my crap plugged in? Oh, for some odd reason, it's not plugged. It's not picking up. I tell you what, let's do this. We're gonna fix this. Let's fix this real quick, and then we're gonna dive in. Let me fix this. It's crazy because, man, I always test this stuff beforehand and make sure it's working and all that, and then no matter what I do, bro, it just do what it do. But anyway. Here I do show you of the clip, bottom of the clip. Oh, you talking about for the loop thing? Hold on, let me see. What's going on? Okay, boom, there we go. Why is my hard drive not reading? It don't matter. The main one is on there. The one that I need right now is on there. We're going to go with that. Let's go back. Let's go here. All right, let's get back. Oh, now I remember. Yeah. You're right. I know what you're saying now. Yes, you are absolutely correct. I just thought about it as you're saying it. You're absolutely right. Okay, here we go. We starting over. I think we got everything. Yeah, we good. So let's do this. We're going to get it together. I promise y'all, man, every time I start this stuff, man, it always, for some odd reason, just go crazy on me once I get it going. But that's okay. That's all right. See, here we go. Studio 17. My loves, my features that we're going to go over today. The very first thing is that you can loop your content. So, your actual wave files. Let's go ahead and switch back over here. So what you're saying, which I thought about after the fact, you have to do it from the bottom here. So that will be the thing that continues the loop however you need it to loop. That's right. Absolutely right. I forgot about that real quick. I couldn't remember how I did it earlier, but yes, you can extend the loop. So if you have like a drum pattern that you put in there and it's the same drum pattern, you can just loop it. You can just drag it along. That comes in handy for sure, right? So then we have the clip launcher here. The clip launcher, let's just go here. I'm going to do this side here, right? So having that loop there. So let's just say if I wanted to test what this sounds like, and I want to add that in here. So it's gonna clip that. It's gonna play the clip, which I just love. I love clip launchers. Ever since I started dealing with Big Wig, I just fell in love with it. Now, does this mean that Studio One is gonna create something that's going to be able to clip that in the future? I'm hoping so. Studio One, if y'all come across this video, I would love to have something like that in here. And if you want me to, I'll do a video on it too. Let me put my request out there now. That clip launcher is going to be, I just see so many different things coming with that where you'll be able to use that as a MIDI controller for that. I can see that already on the horizon. That's a given. But anyway, yeah, being able to create this, and then you can come in here and rename it. So if I wanted to, no, I don't want to add one. Just remove this scene. And I want to just rename it here. This would be like a breakdown, right? You can name it that, change it. You can even change the color if you wanted to. Whatever you want to do with that, you can. Man, this is going to be just so cool, bro. can already see it. Now, let's say if I'm doing this and I want to hear the other things that are going on that's already there, I don't want to drag it over. I'm not going to make any changes to it. I can actually play this and just hit this little arrow here, and it'll play whatever is over there, right? So now I have these two sides that I can create from. So anything I want to just try out over here is kind of like a scratch pad without. I like this better than I like scratch pad, because with scratch pad, I don't know, it's just different. To me, scratch pad was cool for the sense of what it was, but on the creative side, it just wasn't that for me. This launcher is going to be a whole lot better creatively. I just love the launch pad, right? So that was a dope addition, because the next edition that I'm going to talk about goes perfect with this, right? So the next thing was probably one of the biggest things that they had that they added, which is adding Splice. This was a game changer. Not only did they add Splice, but they added it where you can either look for the instrument you want or the sound that you want or the loop that you want, or you can add it based on what you're creating from. So if you have, let's say like, if I got this loop right here, right? Now let's say I threw that in there. I threw it in here on purpose, right? So I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna play all of them, but I'm gonna take this now. I'll do all of them, man. Right? So now, let's say if I decide that, I'm really not feeling the guitar, I'm not really liking what it's doing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mute that, because I'm really not feeling the vibe of that. So what I am going to do now, and you can do this with anything. Let's say if I take this little drum pattern and I bring it over here and I drop it in Splice. Well, now Splice is going to look at its hundreds and hundreds and thousands of sounds and loops and whatever, and it's going to give you some options based on the drum pattern or based on the loop that you put in, the chord progression or whatever the case may be. Is going to add based on that. So now I can go in here as I'm playing around with this. I can try some ideas. Right? Now, let's say if I wanted to go specific, right? If I wanted to come here and I wanted to add some keys specifically, right? Now I can close this. This is crazy. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be crazy for sure. It's gonna be crazy. You can play P-Road. I hope it's P. I hope I'm saying that name right. P-Rodusa says you can play the clips via MIDI and even record yourself playing them. Yo, like I didn't know you could do that. That's a new one. I did not know that. That's pretty dope that you can do that. Now I gotta figure out how to do that. I won't do it right now, but I gotta figure out how to do that, because that's dope. That right there changes different things when you can do that. That's what I had Bitwig doing, and I was using an Ovation to do that with. I wonder, does an Ovation do that? You give me idea. appreciate that. Now I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but that's an idea. But yeah, so now I have all these ideas flowing. So let's say I say, well, I don't want to do the drums. I want to do something else, right? So I can delete this, goes back to 0. And let's say I'm going to keep this. I want to say this actually came from Splice. Right? So now I'm not using the guitar anymore. I'm using this particular sound here. I'm going to drag this sound over here. I'm going to find out what's going to sound good or what some ideas I can use based on this sound now and not the drum. So now you're going to be looking at it adding a key scale to it, right? So see, that's kind of a piano melody. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to see if I can find a guitar that will fit. Just drag and drop this over here. It's going to download it. That's crazy. That's crazy how that match that way. It matches like very, very close to it. So what it's going to do is download. If it's going to download, are we going to down? Oh, I should have put it in here. Okay, boom. So here we go. So now I'm going to drag this over here. No. I want you to stay there. No. So let's... Why is it doing that? Okay, boom. There we go. All right, boom. So now I want that to be here, and I'm going to just play... I don't think it locked the key in. Don't sound like it did. Hold on, let's see. Let's go back here. So as you could tell, like from the one that I accidentally pulled over, which was wrong, it was not in the same key. So it was in a completely different key. But now with this, it's going to follow that same exact progression. So I'm going to drop that here. Does it keep it though? Let's see. Yes, it does. So now if I want to go in here, let's say if I want to clear that, and then now I'm going to look for a bass. Look for a bass. Let's see. Do I want an electric bass? Sure, we'll go for an electric bass. Take this one, right? So now I could put this here, but what I'm gonna do is after it download, I'm going to So if I wanted to go in here and just kind of like chop this sample up and just really make it my own, then I could, but man, for this to find this based on what's being played, I noticed that things are kind of going this way. Man, I wish I can tell y'all, but I can't. Just know that this is a thing that's coming. How AI is basically finding the grooves and different things like that and creating like other loops, or not creating the loops, but finding other loops that fit with what you presented to it. And some of them, I'm going to just stick to this right now. It's basically finding the loops within the category or within the catalog that they have that will fit with the actual progression and different things that they're using. The algorithm is crazy because it just, and this is in A minor, and I'm in E minor. I think I want to say I'm in E minor here, but either way. But yeah, that's how Splice and Studio One is working together. Now, the next thing that I'm going to talk about, first, let's make sure anybody's saying anything. Peter will say P-Radusa. I hope that I know I'm jacking that name up. Says, yeah, man, the Splice integration is nuts, especially considering you can drag all the tracks at once. I know, bro. Like, this whole concept is just insane how you can do this. Insane. So moving on to the next thing here. So when you hold on, y'all. Oh man, my allergies been acting up crazy. All right, so now we're gonna move into this. Now, particularly, I will say this: I am not the biggest fan of Impact. I'm not a big fan of Impact. I think that if I only had Impact, I could make it work. If I only had Impact, I could make it work. But Impact to me is, I don't know, man. I can't really put my finger on why I feel the way I feel about it, but it's just, I don't know. It's just one of the things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and add, let's see. I'm going to go in here. We're going to search for, let's search for a snare. Let's say if I'm looking for a snare, let's go here. I can find one. This one's good enough. We'll use this, right? Now, this is crazy. With this, with this integration like that, if I don't have nothing and I got Studio One, I can truly just create without having a bunch of stuff that I can't afford or whatever the case may be. Right? So now, we're going to do that. Let's just add a quick little snare. Why is it looping everything? Let's get rid of that. I only want to loop just the one thing. So here we go. So I know what it's doing now. I just realized what it's doing. All right, so now I have that in here. And so I can go here, and what we'll do, so it's already lined everything up for me. I'm going to go in here and actually drag this little thing here. If you hit this, it's going to bring impact up in the actual piano roll area here, the effects area, or whatever, however you want to name that. So now I can see the actual drums that I'm creating here at the bottom, which I think is completely dope. This is pretty cool. If I only have this, let's say if I'm full out, I'm fully out Studio One. I have the Atom, which I do have, is in the closet somewhere. The Atom, I don't know. But anyway, I have the Atom, and I have a regular MIDI. Man, at this point right now, I could literally take Splice, I can take Atom, I could take, like, for the most part, I can simply just take Studio One and just create. This this impact being at the bottom here like that is pretty cool. You gotta say that having that in this little area here is pretty cool. Cause now I can just go over here, I can just drag anything and just drag it over and lay it in here. And now it's there. So now I'm straight into creating. I don't have to go anywhere for it, which I think is just dope. This is just dope. Let's just add that one. Let's see here. From here, I can edit the wave file, and I can do everything that I can do or impact that I can do in here. Really, if I'm honest, this actually looks better than the regular impact itself. If I'm honest, this looks pretty dope like this. I don't know why they don't make it like this just in general. It looks better. In my opinion, it looks better like that. But anyway. But yeah, so now you can drag and drop that right in here. Now, even if you have like a loop that you're creating, and this is something that you've always been able to do, if I pull this in, if I drag something from over here and it has loop, if I hold shift and drop it, it'll sort it out on the pad. So I can chop it up. So that's something that you've been able to do. But impact, I don't know, man. Impact just don't really do it for me. But I have other things that I can use, and if I had to use impact, I could still use it and do whatever I need to do with it. So that's not a big deal. That's not anything that's crazy. I'll tell you something else I done forgot how to do, and that's how to make this. They take this and make it a little sequencer, but that's another video. I'm sure people not do that already. But yes, so you're able to do that now. There's another feature. The other feature that I'm going to talk about, and also, which is a big addition in my opinion, and that is the where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Now, I don't know if people know this or not, but they do have a chord generator in here. It's a very, it can be forgotten. This is not it. I'm being nosy, but they have one in there, and I think a lot of people forgot about it. But there is one there where you can actually create chords and all that good stuff in here. So there's a chord. It's called a chorder. They do have one in here. And then you also have not the lead architect. Lead architect is it was in 6. That's not what I'm pulling up here. They have the other one. I don't think I've downloaded it. But anyway, they have a new instrument that you can use also, which I thought was cool. It has a lot of cinematic sounds to it. So if you're into cinematic music, but really they have a couple of things in there that really don't sound cinematic. There's things that you can make other types of music with. So that was cool because Native Instrument needed some new instruments. Not Native. Personas needed some new instruments. So it was good that they created the other one. And it's I can't remember the name of it. It's not on my list, so to say. But I've seen other people talk about it. What else? What else is on my particular list? I think I went over everything that I wanted to go over. Oh, the other one. So okay, so let me just say this. They have stem separation also. Stem separation is available within Studio One. Everybody know what stem separation is. I don't have to demo that. We all know what that is, right? So they've added stem separation. If you have a song, maybe you want to remix it. Maybe like sometime I've always wanted to take a artist that's on a song already and create with the vocals just for practice. And now you could do that. Or you could take samples of a song and remix it. So now you can do stem separation in Studio One, which I thought was another great addition to Studio One. So yes, so now that we have done all of that, I have, there's one more. Thank you, Keith Doc. I appreciate you. That's the one that I'm thinking of. I thought it was the other one, but that is it. Yes, global transpose. So if I am here, I'm going to transpose the entire song. Hold on, y'all. That's the wife, man. She's trying to... We sleep to the rain every night. And she's getting the rain turned on for her. Sorry about that. It's crazy because the Android don't always stay on, but the iPhone version never does. Who knows? But I'm always having an issue with my Google. To have a smart home is the most aggravating thing in the world, bro. Because, man, it's like when the stuff don't work, it don't work. And it just bothers you that the crap don't work the way it's supposed to. But it is a fight that we have, and, you know, sometimes you just got to fight with it. Y'all give me a second. I'm going to get this wrapped up and going here. I really wish I didn't have to fight with this thing, man. I wish it would just work every time. If you got a Google Home, If you suggest anything better, let me know. Cause Google gets on my nerves, bro. Like for real. It's like you just want to cut it on and, you know, push a button and start playing. There's no problem. There's no fight with it. Thank you. There we go. All right. So now I want to transpose this. Oh, let's go back to the screen here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to transpose this. Let's take it down a couple, -2. Oh, hold on. I know what I'm doing wrong. We're going to take this out. Set it all back here. All right, so now we're going to go down to oh, you know what? Let me get rid of this because I don't care about this. Oh, see? This, that, boy. See? I don't be tripping. This be that part about, you know, that I'll be having the issue with, bro. This that part. This that part right here. This that part, boy. Ooh. All right, man. We gonna get back to it. All right, here we go. We go. All right, so. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get this together, okay? We're gonna get it rocking. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna come. Let's pull that back up here. Okay, wrong view. We're gonna pull this view here. All right, so here we go. Here we go. So we're gonna get rid of this. We don't want that anymore. And we just did that for the sake of doing that, right? So now we're gonna pull this over. Maybe I got to put in this. Okay. I'm doing it wrong, but it's supposed to be like that. Anyway, but yeah, the idea is that it takes that and transpose the whole thing. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. We're going to get it together, though. We're going to get it together. We're going to get it together. We gonna get it together. I promise we is. We gonna get this whole thing together. But anyway, Yes. So now that we've went over all the features, and was just not a good showing of it, but it's okay. We gonna move anyway. We're gonna make it do what it do, right? Um, what do you guys think about it, bro? Like Studio One, I love the launcher. I love the splice. I absolutely love what they did with Impact. Even though I don't use Impact, I like what they did with it. I have been back on Studio One for probably about a month or two now. And, I have my issues with it, but I just love using it. And so I'll fight with it. As we can see, it shut down on me tonight. It does that. Bitwig has sandboxes, bro. So when they go down, they just take one thing down and don't take the whole session down. But I love Studio One, man. I absolutely love Studio One. And I really want to see it do well, and I really want to see some great things coming out of it. And I really want to do great work with it. If I'm honest, I would love to like connect with Studio One, not Studio One, PreSonus. I would love to connect with PreSonus and do work with them, man, because I just love Studio One. My guy, Two Nickels in the building. What's up, my guy? We on this. We on this Studio One, man. I see K Sound went live too, so I know he's got some stuff brewing over there. But I wanted to do this because, man, I wanted to know what y'all felt about it. I think it was out of 10, I'd give it an 8 if I'm honest. If I'm honest, and I vow to be honest, out of a 10, I give it a good 8. There's some improvement they can do. There's some improvement that can be done. But I think it still is a good dog. I think it's still a good dog. I'm reading. Oh, that's how you do it. Select all the tracks you want to transpose. You want to transpose and then open the inspector on the left and select track. Oh, okay. I got you. Keith. That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. But yeah, I'm at an 8. I'm not all the way to a 10 yet. I still have my gripes with it. I still have my thing with it, but it's still pretty cool though. The Kraken. What's up, man? The Kraken say he not feeling the updates. I can understand why, bro. I understand. Especially knowing you, bro. I know how you create, and I can understand why you feel the way you feel. The only thing I like is the stem separation. Yup. I can see that because I know your production style. I know how you produce. I understand. My brother. I really do. I'm at an 8. Man. I'm at an 8 on this update. I still think there's things they could do better. But this is good enough for me to come back to Studio One. This is good enough. I'm at a 5. Kraken's at a 5. Bro, like I understand. Hey, are you on 6, Kraken? Are you on 6 yet? For y'all that don't know, the Kraken, man, he's always, I don't believe he's even on 6. I think he's on 5. I think he's saying he's still on 5. He not one of those update every time there's an update guys. Yeah, I base my rating on how I work. Happy for others who are excited about it though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know that update is not gonna like the way you produce, bro. And see, I'm one of those people that I think if something's working for you, I think you should continue to do whatever it is that you're working for. I mean, whatever flow you have, I think you should keep up with your flow. I think it's better that way. So yeah, I understand completely. I understand completely about that part of it. Yeah, I'm at an 8, man. I'm at an 8. I like the launcher. I like where they're going with that. I like where they're going with the splice. I like the stem separation too. Yes, I'm on 6. I just installed the new 6 update they just released recently. Yeah, okay, so cool. Cause I know you was on 5 for a while. Am I correct when I say that? I think you was on 5 for a while. And you don't like the new purchase system either. And man, I understand, bro. I said that in the video. In my video, I did a video on this discussion on it's been a couple weeks now, and I knew that people were not going to like that that pay system. Yeah, the perpetual license feel like a subscription because you have to do it. If you are a person that upgrade with all the upgrades, you still have to pay for it. So yes, I understand. I can't really. I guess the difference between the annual and the perpetual license, because even with the annual, you'll get the other stuff, but that I don't think you get with the perpetual. I don't think you do anyway. Let's just go and find out. Let's go and find out what that. Let's go and see what that looks like. It's on the website. Let's go here. We ain't got to try to figure it out. We can just go figure it out. We're going to figure it out together, as a matter of fact. Let's see here. Studio 17. If I want to buy. So there is the perpetual license. That is the software license upgrade with 1 year of new features release included. 1 year. And so the annual plus is the perpetual license, all of the new versions released, which is the same as the annual, same as the perpetual, but you get Studio One Pro Plus extras. That's the difference, is the extras. So if you don't use the extras, then yeah, then you don't care about that. And then they got rid of then they got rid of artists, and they got rid of the other version of it. So it's just all out right now. I'll tell you, coming into this, if you're new coming into this world of dolls and stuff like that, then you're kind of used to this. But if you came in like I did with Studio One 3, where it was like $3.99, and then you pay like the upgrades, then you probably hate this. You probably hate that. But I get it, man. It's the new way of business, man. And if you want to use it, then you just have to get it. I mean, I understand it, man. I get it. Kraken said I was on 4 for a while. Yeah, you was on 4. I knew one of them you was on for like a long time after all the updates. Keep say check out Harmony Wizard. Yo, I seen that. Like that's pretty cool, bro. Like especially if you use MIDI. Hey, Kraken, Well, I don't know if you're like that. It may be something that you're interested in, though. Just knowing your production style, you may be interested in it. I don't know, but anyway, it's a harmony wizard, and what it does is it creates MIDI for Studio One. They made it for Studio One itself. I want to say that. I want to say they made it just for Studio One. I feel like they were trying to migrate everyone over to subscription model. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the the perpetual license. So it's like this, right? So if I have a perpetual license and I really don't care about the extras, then what would be the difference in the 149 and the 179? Because it's really like $30. Don't seem that big of a difference for me. I don't know. Now I pay for it monthly. So I don't, I'm just used to it now. I done got to a point where everything is monthly or annually, and you just choose when to go with it. I'm not going to FL Studio. I almost called it Fruit Loops. I'm not going to FL Studio. All of the DAWs that I know of that do not have any additional fees and all that good stuff to the updates, I can't say that I'm going to use. The only reason why I can't say that I'm going to use. The only reason why I went over 6 was something stopped working. 4. Yeah. That kind of come with it too. I get what you're saying. You're going in upgrade every year. To be honest, if you're going to upgrade every year, get the stuff. I know. Yeah. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. I know this is just going to be a thing. It's just going to be a thing. I've accepted it. I've accepted that this is going to be a thing. This is how it's going to work. And it's kind of like, submitting to AI, I guess. It's like submitting to AI. It's coming. It's going to be here. It's going to be a thing, and at some point you either accept it or you have to jump off the bandwagon altogether. At some point, but if you're like, I guess for me, because I'm a content creator, then I'm jumping on it. Now I'll say this: I probably would have jumped to this anyway, just based on the features that they added. Even if I could even see. From 5 to 6, I can see a person staying at 5 if you're looking at from 5 to 6. That's just me personally. I don't know if they added enough in 6 to just show the value of jumping from 5 to 6. I didn't see the value of it, so to say. I knew there were some things that were added, but the value of jumping from 5 to 6, I didn't really see that much of it. But from here to 7, what up, Great Keys? What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for joining the live stream, man. But from going from 6 to 7, I can understand. I feel value into that. I believe like even with the things that I don't like about it, I believe with this update, I can come back and safely say that that I am enjoying the updates, me personally. Have you seen the new latest update, FL Studio? I have, man. I keep an eye on FL Studio because I keep an eye on it because I know they are always doing something. Really, honestly, like FL Studio is pretty tough for what it does. For what it do, for the newer generation that's getting into it and what they're getting into it for, it's a dope dog. I could never use FL Studio in today's time, but it was back when we called it Fruity Loops. It was like the first creation DAW that I've ever used before. Like, I don't even like to call it Fruity. It's the first sequencer that I used getting into the music industry as far as production goes, and I used it for a while, and it did what it did. Like, back then I didn't worry about any crashing or any of that. It just worked, and it did what it did. So, great keys. All right, here we go. I love this question right here. I love this crack. So should I go from 6 to 7? I think Kraken's still on version 3. I know, bro. We've been talking about it being on the I know it, bro. We've been talking about Kraken on the older versions for sure. FL sync browser. Look, without saying too much, Kraken, man, that browser thing, we're gonna see a lot of it coming up, and I like the direction that they went with it. Even with this with Splice, the direction of allowing Splice to pull from something that's already created. So if I have this progression, and I could take that progression, and then I can find the loops and sounds that fit not only what I'm looking for, but it gives me suggestions of loops that fit with the loop that you added to it. So it's not just throwing a bunch of loops at you. It's throwing something at you that could possibly work for what you're doing. I love that whole concept. That whole concept to me is dope. You're going to see a lot of that coming out. I've been doing some stuff behind the scenes with it, and that's the concept. That's the thing now, and I love that. Yes, this right here is what I'm talking about. Yes, Great Keys, they listen to their community. Now, me personally, I think no matter what any of these companies put out, I think that people are going to complain. No matter what they do, no matter how they do it, no matter what they do. But at the top of the list, that company, bro, listen at their community. They listen at their community very hard, bro. Is it Image Line? I think it is. I think the name of that company is Image Line. Is that what you? Yeah, Image Line. That's right. Yes. If I would have looked at your thing, I would have saw it again. Image Line has been like that for as long as I can remember. For as long as I can remember, I remember them being like that. What up, C-Tap Better Beats? Welcome to the live stream, man. We in here just chopping it up on Studio One, chopping it up on Dolls, bro, right now. Image Line has always listened at their community, bro. Like no other company out there. Kraken said this before you got on. I'll give the update a 5, and I'm not interested in upgrading based on how it works. Yeah. Great Keys, just knowing how you produce Drums Wagger. One, appreciate you for joining the live stream. Knowing how you produce Great Keys, it might be a good upgrade for you. I know based on the Kraken and how he produced, it probably wouldn't be a good upgrade for him because, he manipulate waves. If I'm correct, Kraken, you can correct me, bro. It's like you do a lot. You use a lot of wave files and create from that versus a bunch of MIDI. For someone that's creating a bunch of MIDI for a song, I think for them, they would get more benefit out of it. Depending on, I'm gonna tell you this, Great Keys. If you like the launcher, I think a lot of people is gonna love. I think a lot of producers will love the stem separation. Like, I think that's a big deal. That was my gripe with Bitwig, that they have not jumped to this yet. And I know that it's not a lot of companies hadn't jumped to it yet, but I think it's something that by now it's one of those things that every DAW should have. Especially a DAW where you create full on music, like a full on song. And Akai got it. And Akai, I'm not an Akai fan, but they're good at what they're doing over there, bro. They working hard, bro. They're not wasting no time. They're not wasting no time at all. Cracker say the only thing like in the new update is the stem separation. There it is. Yep, I just went from 6. C-Tab better beats. What you think about 7, bro? Give me your opinion. And y'all that new to the stream, just know I don't have any affiliate with Personas at all. This is candid conversation. But I have candid conversation about all the companies that I work with or don't. Let's see. Great Keys say facts. Convinced me to upgrade from 5 to 6 because of the Dolby Atmos. Yeah. I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, I was just going to say that, Crack, and I'm not a fan of it either. I'll say I'm not a fan of it because I don't really know what I'm doing with it. So Kraken does all of his MIDI in machine and does Crack. I don't know. Kraken does a lot of stuff in Studio One. He used them WAV files. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Craig Keys. I'm not a fan of it either. It's probably because I don't use it. It's probably because I'm not into that side of it. Yep, there it is, right there. I stopped doing a lot of my MIDI machine because it wasn't syncing up properly with Studio One. And see, for the last 2 years, see, Kraken, this is what I'm saying right here, right? That's an issue for me, bro. The fact that machine and Studio One don't sync up like they should, that's a problem. That's a problem. But what it forced me to do is just creating one or the other, right? So where I used to have machine as a plug-in, now I use battery. I did that in Bitwig too. Now Bitwig can handle machine a whole lot better, but going from machine to Bitwig and trying to get everything in, it's a workaround that I don't want to have to deal with. So I started using battery. And now battery, I wish they would update battery. There needs to be a battery 5. We need a battery 5, bro. We got to get a battery 5 because I love battery, but I think it just needs to be updated. The fact that I can't skim through it like I want to, that bothers me. In Studio One, if I try to arrow down on the sounds, it don't even read battery like that. And I don't know. I don't know if I like that. But I get what you're saying with that. Let's see. I'm going to say, but I think it's a great change with all the new features it offers. Me too. Me too. I love the features, bro. Um, I love it because of my workflow. I went to Bitwig and I fell in love with the launcher. And when I fell in love with that launcher, it just did everything for me. The launcher was the deciding factor. That launcher is worth the price of admission for me. I fell in love with that part of it, and that's the part where I'm like, okay, now I feel that I can create more from that part of it. That's just me. That's just how I feel about it. And that's because of how I produce, and that's my flow though. Let's see. Let's see. Space a bit with has the ability to not let a plug in. Bro, for real. That sandbox. I was just talking about the sandbox earlier. Gray Keys. Um, that sandbox being able to be set up like that, the way you can set it up to where if a plug-in is bad and the plug-in finally just crashes the plug-in, bro, that's hard, bro. That's hard to beat, man. Before I finish this, Studio One closed down on me. Like it shut down because of, stuff like that. Bitwig tough for that. That's a big feature, bro. It's a big feature. I do both MIDI, but I can't think of nothing. I use drag and drop. Wave files, I'm still on 5.1. Some time popping. People don't like to upgrade. I can get a 7. I just been like, I'm good on 5. Bro, I'm like this, bro. Whatever you good on, like wherever. I tell producers all the time. This is how I try to get people to understand what I do. Like I'm a content creator. So my job as a content creator is to make sure the people that follow my channel know what's out there, right? To know what's out there does not mean that you need everything that comes out. To know what's out there just simply means that, all right, I think this one thing will make my life better. And then you go with that and then you keep that. I think a lot of times when I do videos, people are always thinking that I'm trying to sell them on something. They need to have it. No. That is nothing of what I do. I let everybody know what's out there and let you decide what you want. Sometimes I have a link in the description that you can purchase from, and that just helps the channel. But I guarantee anybody that's on here that has affiliate links understand what I'm about to say next. It is not that big of a deal if somebody purchases it or not because it don't pay a lot anyway. It don't pay a lot anyway. You have to sell a lot of stuff to make money on it as far as affiliate goes. So I always want people to know, no, I'm not posting it. I'm not doing a video on it so you could go buy something new. No, I'm doing a video to let you know, hey, they got this new feature out. Here's what it does. If it's something you like, go for it. If not, don't. It doesn't make me any difference at all. Just the truth. Over Atmos seems to be engineered by the sounding. Yeah. Dolby Atmos is definitely for an engineer. I really believe Native Instrument they're kind of made for live instruments and engineers and stuff like that, in my opinion. But I've found ways to make music in it because it has that good old drag and drop feature. It's simple to use. This is what brings me back to Studio One all the time. It's very simple to use. It's not hard to learn. It's not hard to use. It's very simple to use. I think people will enjoy deep flight one, that virtual instrument. I think people will like that. I could see situations where I may even use it myself, but I'm not jumping to Studio One for deep flight one. That's not going to be a determining factor for me for Studio One. The determining factor for me was the AI separation, Splice, and the launcher. I don't even. I think the global transpose will come in handy as far as the creative side go, which I like because being able to create and maybe you change to another key, you can hear something different. That's creative to me. That's creative to me. But those are the things. It's not going to be anything outside of that. It still crashes as we see. It crashed on me tonight. But, the chord editor, the chord generator or whatever the case may be, how it can take a wave file and it'll put the chord, it'll generate the chord in the top. I think that's worth the price of admission, right? I could take that, put it up there. I could say, oh, okay, this is in this key. This is the progression that they're using. All right, cool. I can create that. Even if I don't know how to play it, I can set the track to do it for me. All I got to do is hit 3 keys or whatever the case may be, and it'll create the chord for me based on what's in that chord editor. That's dope. Like, that to me is dope. You can't beat that. You can't do that in Bitwig. You can't do it in Bitwig. Bitwig don't have that option. You got to know what you're doing in Bitwig. If you don't know what you're doing, then you got to learn how to do it. Studio One says, listen, we'll give you this option to just create. I think that is worth doing what we do in it. I don't care about the lyrics. That's not a thing that I use. You got the lyric thing up there where you can write your lyrics and they come up like a karaoke machine. I think that's cool for artists. I like the fact that, and yes, Great Key, Studio One is officially out. Yes, it is. Yes, it is officially out. Officially. I'm going to do another video. I didn't like the way that one came out today. I'm going to do an official video for the release. I was going to take the one we did tonight and then I was going to make, just chop that up and use it. But I want to do another one to give the full context of what we're doing. So, yes, it's officially out. I think Studio One have a lot of features that is great for a producer. I think they have a lot of great things. So this is the reason why I'm coming back to create with it. Yo, bro, that is dope. Even though I can't call it. Yeah, I know. See, I'm learning piano. I'm learning chords. I'm learning music theory. I don't really know it yet, but I don't want that to hinder me. You know what I mean? So being able to take that option in Studio One and use it, that's a valuable option to me. Especially if I don't know something. That has got me through a lot of songs where there is a loop that's being used, or there's let's say arcade. Find me a loop in arcade. I play it, and I want to follow that loop. In Studio One, I can just extract the chords to the little thing at the chord extractor at the top or whatever it is, and now I know what chord that is. I know the progression that they're doing, but not only that, being able to add that and Studio One does the work for you. That's valuable to me. I love that. I just simply love that. And I think that can be used in a day-to-day basis. I think the drag and drop feature. Drag and drop feature was the thing that got me to Studio One originally. Shout out to K Sound. He was the first person I seen use it. Was K Sound in his apartment, and from there, yes, bro, I love arcade also. I love it also. Arcade is probably for sure my top 5 plug-in right now. Top 5, maybe even top 3 right now. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I use more than I use arcade. So it's probably the top 3. And the added thing that they did that just took it over the top for me was adding the sampler part. So you got the sample part where you got the loops and all of that, but you got the other side where you can play the keys. Can't think of what they call it, but you can actually play the keys. So it's not loops. You can actually play the keys in there. Then you could take a wave file or a loop. You could put it in a generator itself, and then it will chop it up. You can use the generator to create different ideas with the loop. And then you could take that same loop. You can put it in. It's a blank arcade session. And you can create these loops and chops in there, whatever you want to do. Arcade is, it's out there, bro. It's out there, bro. Greg Key said he's never seen anybody use arcade like I use it, bro. Like working in it, like when I was creating the kits, I hadn't created a kit in a while. It's been a while since I created kits. I think they just started focusing on other things. But when I worked in the kits, bro, and realized all the things you can do with it, oh, man. When I went through the crash course on it to learn what I was doing, bro, I had never seen anything like that in my life. Especially at the time when I first started using it. When it first came out, if anybody remember arcade back in the day, it had those piano keys on it at first. Back in them days, when I first seen it, I said, "Oh man, this is gonna be the." I said then that this was gonna be the future of music production, and the way they had that set up to where you can go in and create, you could take a loop, and you can throw it in that sequencer, and you can shift all those different things around. Oh man, that was over with. It was over with. It was over with. That was like game changer. That junk, like for real, you could really take arcade and do so many things with it. It's I need playing that for this video. Great Keys did this. So to be able to come in here and take a loop out of here, if I can get one to play. I just want to show something real quick. If it's gonna play. Why is my board not on? What's that all about? For some odd reason, my board is not on. Oh. Well, I had it turned off, I guess. I don't know. I'll show y'all real quick of why I feel the way I feel about arcade. So now, not just because the sounds are dope. I mean, they just create good sound anyway. Let's take this loop right here, right? So being able to go in here, so I have the loop here now. Now, anybody that know when you got a loop, there's a lot of different things you can do to this loop, right? So if I have this loop, I can go in here, I can modify where I want this to happen at, right? So if I want to, no matter where I want to put this, then I can even take it and just that's a whole, you can create from that by itself, right? I can even take this, so now I can create a stutter effect if I wanted to with the volume, all that, right? I can create that however I want. Now here go where the fun at. This little deal right here, to be able to have these points, you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I wanted to change this to, let's say 4, 2, 1, 1. And then I'm gonna change this to 3. So now I've created a whole new loop from that. Just that simple. From the original thing of arcade. With a resequencer. I can even take this, reverse it. So if I want to, I can even add attack. I bet you people don't even know you can do attack and delay. Okay. So when you do that, now you have that loop to do whatever you want the loop to do. So now, if people so gung-ho on, don't use the loop for whatever the case may be, you can take this loop and do all kind of things with it. You can go here. And as you see, where I'm playing this at, this is coming out of here. So you don't see no volume coming out of this thing at all, right? And this is on D3. Now I can add volume to it, but the routing system, the way they have the routing system in here, this actually is going through a pre and a post send. So the actual volume is in the actual effects end. So what that does is it gives you a different type of sound when it's running through here. So if I turn this down, now you don't hear the dirt, but you hear the delay. So now, when this is coming through, it's coming through as dirt. And not only is it coming through as dirt here, but it's coming through as a dotted delay and a multi-tap delay, filter, compressor, the whole chain. So now if I wanted to take this and I wanted to add more in the send, I get more dirt. This joke is crazy how you can really doctor this stuff up, right? So you can still come in here and you can add even like your macros here. So if I wanted to add some crush to this macro, it's going to do to the send one effect. So you have the distorted out, you have distorted clip and distorted crunch and the dry wet. So as I add this to it, it adds those up. It's so much power in this one freaking plug-in. Yo, if I wanted to add even, like if I wanted to add an LFO or something like that in here, or if I wanted to change it to a sequencer, I can change these effects right here in the plugin itself. Right? So I can do all of that in this one plugin. And there's just one side. That's just one side of this plugin. Now, just imagine you got all these samples that you can store in here and do that with. And then you can even go here and change the playback. You could do the input. You can quantize it, whatever the case may be. A lot of people don't even know you have a voice limit here where it will allow you to play 1 or 8 or 15 different keys at one time. So if I change this to 1, it won't let me. I'm pressing many or whatever, but it is only going to play 1 because you limited it to 1. But if I wanted to play 7, now I can play multiples at one time. Right? Now listen, here go the crazy part, right? This is just on the sampler side of this, right? I can go here and go to the instrument side, and it's a whole nother world. Whole nother world. This is completely different from that world, from the sampling world. So now I can come in here. Now I can go in here. I can add layers. So I got an A and a B layer here. I can add a C layer. Where do I get C layers from? From all the other sounds in Arcade. No matter what the line is, I can go in here and find whatever has a instrument. If I want to add this pluck, I'm gonna add this pluck to it. I gotta download it first. So now I have these sounds that is originally created with. Then I can go in here and add any other sound that I want in here. So if I add this right here, this pluck, now the pluck is playing with the other stuff, right? Let's say if I want to take, let's go. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do another one shot. Let's go to like brainwaves. Let's do that. Ooh. Let's take this right here, right? This brazy plucker. Okay. Now I'm gonna, as soon as it's download, I'm gonna add it. Now this is adding to. Now mind you, I'm playing all these and these are all in key, right? Now, remember, this is a one shot. This is a one shot. This is not a looper. This is a one shot. So if you notice, you're gonna have either one shot or you're gonna have pads. Now with the one shot, this one thing you can do with the one shots is that you can loop an area, right? So if I want to loop this little area here, right? So now that side is looping. So if I want to make it go back and forward, that's crazy. Then, okay, you got this. You can play this sound. It's looping. I can sync it. And so now it's going to fall in line with what I'm looking for. Right? So if I turn it off, it's just playing it one time. But I got the sync. Beat culture in the building. What's up, K-Sound? So in this one plugin, I could do all this stuff. We hadn't even touched the tune, the filter, the other area over here. I can't remember the name, what they call it, but I can go in here, and if I wanted to add a filter, I can add a filter. Now, mind you, the side over here in layer C is just repeating itself. It's going forward and then it goes back. It's doing this number just like this because I got it looping, right? Then I can add some attack to that. Right. Now I can throw this in pan. I can add the volume to it, the whole nine, right? So now we have C in here. We go over to the mixer. Now another level to this thing is that now I can go in here and create the sound that I want for it. If I want to add a chorus to it. So now you hear that chorus in there. And I can go in here and create this chorus if I want to. I'll go ahead and make it. So now I can do that. Now let's just say if I wanted to add, let's do a modulation. Let's do an LFO. We're gonna do it, and I just right clicked on it, added an LFO to it, and right now it's going pretty slow. But if I go here, here's where the actual LFO is coming from. Now let's see which one did I add. We added modulation 1. So we'll go to modulation 1. We already got it. Look at that. So it goes up and down, right? So I have that. You'll see this little deer right here is going in that motion. Now, if I wanted to speed that up, I can come in here and speed that up. It's not even synced right now, so I can speed it up if I wanted to. Now, maybe if I didn't want it to go that far, I can bring this back. Still here. So I ain't even got to the macros yet. I even have an arpeggiator, right? So if I want to add that arpeggiator, look at that. So I got to go into C. So now I have an arpeggiator going on this C. I can even come in here and add a preset. Maybe I just want a basic. Now this arpeggiator is just going for C level, right? So it's only doing that for the layer C. So if I wanted to come here and just, let's do like something complex. That's a cool sound. Add a bottom note to it. So I can go on and on and on about arcade and the things that it can do. I hadn't even, man, there's so many. I can go in arcade. I can go here. Let's find this pluck. All right, we're gonna generate a sampler for that pluck. All of this is within arcade. See, I've created a whole now all of that is from it's all from that. Now let's say if I'm in C minor, if I want to go to C minor, I can come over here and go to C minor. Now I'm in C minor. right? Maybe I don't want standard. Maybe I want standard, but I want it to sound sand and gritty. Or sparkle expanse, whatever that is. Change it on the fly. Then I don't want standard, I want it stretched. Stretch is basically going to fit whatever the it's going to chop it based on the BPM and all that good stuff. And I can even get it chopped here. So with chopped, I can go across. It's basically the loop itself is chopped over into all these different things. So then I can take that and just save it. I mean, I can. The macros work. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane the things you could do with arcade. I can do a masterclass on arcade at any given point in time. It's so many things. It'd take me over an hour to go through all the things outside of just what people really use it for, and just really create and just really deep dive into it. It'd take me an hour. It'd take me more than an hour. Because you could take this little sound right here and mix it so many different ways. You mess around and have a whole 2 or 3 more other songs before it's all said and done. I could probably take one kit and make 3 tracks from it. On the low end. I could probably do even more than that, but just off the rip, 3 tracks from one kit. So, arcade is just at the top, bro. It's at the top. I see, well, never mind that. But yeah, it's at the top, bro. It's at the top of my list, man. K-Sound, man, what's going on, bro, with the what you got going on with Studio 17, brother? I can't wait to hear what you got going on. What you think about it, man? I hope you still in here, brother. I wish I could I wish I could just add you to the stream, bro. Yeah, man. It is I like to be a person that can take something. Man, if I lost all this stuff, bro, if I lost everything and I had one thing that I can use that I can make my tracks with, it's going to be arcade for sure. Arcade for sure. For sure. And I see they went all in on it on arcade because they had the XL, they had the brass line, they had the string line, they had signal, they had all those different things they were doing. They found everything in arcade. Everything in arcade. K-Sound, my boy, he's still here. Let's see. He said it's cool. That's what I said, bro. It was cool. They're playing catch up. I feel, yeah, I agree. I feel like K-Sound, I'll tell you this, bro. I've announced it earlier. I know you wasn't here for this. I'm going to go ahead and say it now, okay? I want you to hear with your own ears. I'm switching back to Studio One. And I'm switching back not because it's so amazing. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is I get more work done with Studio One because it's very, very simple. And with the launcher, with the splice, with the stem separation, I can take those 3 things right there and I believe I can at least find creation with that. I could find creation with those 3 That and the other one, the transpose. With those three or four things, I feel creative with those. I feel creative with them enough to get work done. That's what I feel. Um, I know, yeah, I know I did, didn't I? See, K Sound know what it is. This ain't had nothing to do with seven. It had something to do with seven, but I was already in the works of coming back to it. But seven really pushed it on over. Let me say it like this: seven really pushed it on over, cause me and K Sound talked off camera about this a while back because I couldn't I was so caught in the salsa bit wig and all the things that it do, and I'm trying to use everything because it got so much, and bit wig is such a dope dog. It's got so many things you could do in it, but I just got caught in trying to do all those things and then didn't get anything done. So Studio One is straight to the point, and now they got these other couple features here that I can use and be creative with. They're gonna give it an honest try for 30 days and see. I'll tell you, Great Keys, man, it'll pull you in, bro. It'll pull you in, man. It'll pull you in for sure, especially with the way you produce. I wanted to share Studio One with you then, but I couldn't. Oh yeah, I get it. Oh yeah. I know what it is. Um, K Sound is a real one. Yeah, bro. I know what you mean, K. I know how that go, bro. I know how it go. Um, I've been trying to get to somebody at Studio One, man. I know they're in the hometown. I mean, in the home state. Let me say it like that. But I'm back, bro. I don't think I'll be going nowhere else because they got enough to create with. They got enough to create something with, and I like that. Let's see, Sacred Soul Sessions. What's going on? Welcome to the live stream. They did a great job. I agree. It's really simple to use. Yes, it is. Very much simple to use. Very simple to use. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I saw when I seen the Wavy did his video. He was in New York or wherever they had the release thing at, and he had some behind the scene footage, and it just really grabbed my attention. And I like Wavy, so you know how I like Wavy. Wavy seemed like a straightforward kind of guy, and I knew he was doing it. And then I seen Jazzy Jeff. Then I was like, okay, all right, let's see what's going on with this. So yeah, I was like, okay, let's see what we got. NDA's mothers. I know it, bro. I know, bro. I know. It is so hard, bro, not to say stuff. I found a couple times, bro. I had a couple times tonight. I wanted to say something about other stuff because it just went along with some of the things that we're talking about. I'm like, oh, I can't say it. I gotta hold on. So yeah, Wavy's video, man. He really turned me. So I did a video not too long ago, and the video I did a couple weeks ago, I did like a vlog style with a studio, and that studio that I went to, they used Studio One. So knowing that I was going to be working with them, I was like, man, I need to start getting back up to date on Studio One to just make sure that I'm knowing what's going on when these particular things go forward. And so I was like, bro, I got to get back. So I started pulling it back out and started creating again with it. I'm going to tell you what I did, K-Sound. I went to a video, and it was one of the guys that do this. I can't think of the guy name. He's one of the content creators for Studio One. The skinnier guy, not Not Dave or Doug or whatever his name is. I hate to say this like this, but not the bald head white guy. But the other guy, the younger, the guy from out of the country. I cannot think of their name, so I'm just throwing this out there. He had a setting that he used in his Studio One. Ever since I've started using that setting, that it was like a bit rate, I think it was, or whatever that thing was. It was like a this block size sample. I started using the one that he was using, and when I started using it, I got a better response out of Studio One. It wasn't perfect, but it was a better response out of it. So since I've been using that, that has helped a lot. I like how they do the nap thing also when you're not using the plugin, how it puts it in nap mode. So yeah, those things along with a couple other things just kind of push me right in there. Kind of push me right in there. Jazzy say he got in studio doing 6. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I did not know that. I did not know that. I did not know that. Great Keys. When I was on the House of Beats Session 2, we were the first in the U.S. to use that vault entry from UAD. We had to sign it longest. Yeah, I know it, bro. Them NDAs are serious, bro. Yes, bro. See, this is what I'm talking about right here. It was cool seeing Jazzy Jeff use that because Jazzy Jeff is old school classic legend. You know what I mean? Like he using it now. I'm like interested in it because I know where he come from. I know the music that he made. They got him when they got him. I'm like, okay. Now, because I saw a video a while back, they were using Teddy Riley because Teddy Riley used it too, but the video was just it didn't show him using it now. You know what I mean? So it was Teddy Riley and it had the effect, but not like Jazzy Jeff because Jazzy Jeff is in the commercial right now, and he's on the page, bro. Jazzy Jeff is on the Studio One page. That junk got my attention. Got my attention enough to say, let me try it. Gregor, that's his name. Gregor. Yes, that guy. Yeah. He had a setting that made me that made me use the setting and I get a better response out of Studio One. And that right there helped me out a lot. What's up? Yeah, Gregor. Man, listen. There's a guy. He's kind of EDM. What the guy's name is? I love this dude's music, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Tame Impala is one of my favorite artists. I love Tame Impala, but it's production wise, what's it? Flux Pavilion. Flux Pavilion, that's his name. Ooh, my allergies acting up. I hate when they do that. Flux Pavilion, man, that dude is so dope, bro. He really make me want to quit. Like the stuff he do is be so crazy, bro. I love it. Now he's kind of an EDM producer. So Sacred Souls Sessions, I understand what you mean by that because something about the way he produced. I saw one where he built this guitar. He was on a video with Andrew Hung with they did the 3 producers, 1 song, whatever the thing is, 4 producers, 1 song, whatever the thing is. He was on an episode of that. And man, bro, the way he make that synth sound that he did, and then he built like this guitar. he just creative as hell to me. And I love how creative that dude is. He is dope. Very dope. So yeah, he's like an EDM producer. That's what made me think about that. See Better Beats. Yes, I've seen. Yeah, the one with Teddy, I saw it was older, bro. It was a little older, and it didn't hit as hard as Jazzy Jeff, bro. Jazzy Jeff, bro. That's legendary. You pull Jazzy Jeff, I feel. See, my thing with native with personas, we're like most of us are more urban producers than anything, right? So you gotta reach out to that spectrum. If you don't reach out to that spectrum or make it relatable to us, because they used to use I can't think of the dude name. He got like a couple loops in here. Um, they've been using him for a while. I'm horrible with names, bro. I'm so horrible with names. But anyway, he has like a lot of the hip hop pop loops in PreSonus, and I think he's dope. But man, he don't pull you in like a Jazzy Jeff, bro. Jazzy Jeff grabs your attention. And then they got him looking real like big on the page. They got like the way they did that artwork for him is just super dope. How they put that in there. Let's see. Oh man, they just do so many production. I know, bro. I know, man. And it MVP Loops. Yes, that's who that is. MVP Loops. But Soul Session. Yes, man. They have so many different tricks that they do, bro. They just them EDM producers, bro. Like the way he combines different synths. Like he'll take like five different synths, bro, and like mesh them together in a way to where the sound is really big, but like the sound together, I mean the sound separate, like by itself, sounds stupid. It's like normally you would hear it and just pass over it because you hear the initial sound, but that guy can hear that sound and he realized that if I add another sound that does this, another one that does this, so now you got like 4 or 5 synths making one big sound. And so when you doing that, man, that's a dope trick because I'll hear that synth by itself and I'll pass on it because it don't sound good. So he's got me like a lot. Like I've been learning about synth lately, about how to get these different sounds in them, and understanding the world of it. You just know what you're looking at then once you start knowing the world of it. Cause even with my my Uno synth over here, like you can create some dope sounds with it. You just gotta know what you're doing, man. You just gotta know how to get there. I'm gonna get him another synth one day. This one here, it's just my first synth. Just trying to figure out how to get sound out of it. I thought I was gonna like the flat keys, but I don't. I don't like them flat keys at all. Yeah, MVP, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, that dude is dope too. I remember when Studio One, when K Sound turned me on to it. What was that K Sound? Studio One 3, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was like 3. And when I got turned on to it, he was one of the ones that was already like really using it and like creating in it. So to hear MVP in it, he was going crazy with it. He was going crazy with it. And he had those loops in there too. And that made it even better because he had some dope loops in there. And I bet you they still in here too. I bet you they hadn't took them out for the hip hop side. He was the one that had me using Impact. And I don't even like Impact. But that thing. Let me I'm gonna stop saying that. I could go without Impact. I'm saying it like that. Yeah, I think that was 3. Yeah, that was 3. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna be right back. Yeah, I'm back. Appreciate y'all for waiting on me. Oh man. Yeah, that was Studio 1-3 when K Sound pulled me in to Studio 1. K Sound's the first person I ever seen use a Studio 1, and I've been using it ever since. Okay. Okay. Anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, you know you getting some traction when you get the people popping in and posting stuff. BS. Okay. But anyway, yeah, back to what we're talking about. Okay, so dude, so my overall thoughts on Studio 1-7. All right. So I think that I'm a 8 out of 10. I'm somewhere between a 7 and an 8 out of 10. And I'm gonna tell you, and I think me and you kind of had the same thoughts on it. We talk about Studio One a lot, and so my thoughts on it was I think they could have did something better with Impact. The fact that they haven't changed Impact and the sampler is wow to me. And I get it as far as learning the tools and this and this and that, but I like Impact better in the little when it pops up on the little bottom part there. I think that's dope in my opinion. But I don't know. I can deal without, like, it's not a deterring factor as far as like I won't use it because of that, but I think it could be better. I think Impact is played out. I think Impact is just, we need a new one. But I'm like a 7 or 8 out of 10. I love the arranger. I'm thinking Now, I know, you know, I know you know, with the people, right? I believe now they got to come out with a MIDI controller to activate that launch. Now that we got it, now that we here, we might as well go all in. I actually love the launcher. I love the launcher. I love how they did that. You know, I fell in love with the launcher when I went to Bitwig. And so, you know, I love, I love like this right here, to be able to create with this part right here, I could do that all day long. And not only that, not only that, I can come right over here to Splice and just create from here. And then I don't have to get out of this part of it, so I can edit my wave file and all that here. I love all of that. All of that. I love all of that. So I love the launcher. I love the addition of Splice. I love the addition of what else? What else? The loop thing on the wave files, how you can just drag and it loops for eternity. I love that. That is a great addition. Um, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm reading you correctly here, brother. Let me make sure I'm reading you correctly here, brother. So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me? You mean to tell me, hey, they take back the Atom. I know, bro. I know. The pads don't even work. I'm not even gonna get into the Atom right now. Um, I was told the launcher works best with the Atom pad, but it also works in the SQ, but a little weird. So you mean to tell me I can use my Atom pad for it? I'll pull my pad back out if I can use it with that. For that, I'll pull it out for that reason and that reason only. Cause right now I have right now I'm rocking the machine, and I have it. I have. Hold on. Can I get y'all a better look at this? No, I don't have my other camera set up here. Um, so I have my machine here, right? So on the machine, I got it run. I have a template set up for Studio One, but so the Atom automatic, not the Atom, the Impact automatically works. I have it set up to automatically work with my machine, but if the Atom works with this clip launcher, I might have to pull it back out because it's in the closet right now. Yeah. So you haven't tested it yet, but yes, the current pad works with the new clip launcher. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. I'm gonna have to check that out. Which Jake and Joshua drum bus plugin. Yo, that thing is pretty dope, bro. I saw, who was that I saw use it? Somebody used it. And this sound, now first of all, I like the visual on it. The visuals are dope. I like those visuals. Like visuals, one of my gripes with Big Wig is that it's not visually pleasing. Like that was one of the gripes. That's one of the things that Studio One have over Big Wig, in my opinion, that it's not visually pleasing, right? So when you see all them colors pop up on that plug-in, I love that. But the sound from what I have heard on other people doing tests on it or whatever, or doing their videos on it, I love the sound of it. It's a dope plug-in, in my opinion. Devon Terri, that's exactly who it was, bro. That's exactly who it was. That's exactly who it was. That's exactly who it was. He created it like it was one of his live streams, and he was creating a beat. That dude is dope, bro. Man, I love that guy's production, bro. He's a what he I think he call himself like a weirdo. He is definitely that, and but that dude is dope, bro. He's dope. He'll be around when everything else fall, because I believe there's a big falling coming to the music industry, and it's gonna be built back up with independent artists. And I love where it's going. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day, but that's the quick of it. He'll be one of the ones that'll make it. I think we're going. I think, man, bro, I can talk about this stuff all day. I think. I think the industry have seen, the labels have seen, the people have seen. When you make all of the music sound alike, it gets very, very boring very fast, and nobody makes money from the situation. All the Lil whoever's are gone. There's no more Lils left. Except for, no, he's not a Lil either. All the Lils are gone. The Lils didn't make it. The Lils didn't make it, man. They didn't make it. Oh, great keys, bro. That's dope, bro. That's dope. I love his music, dog. I really do. He like his creation is dope. I love watching his live streams. His live streams be dope. He'll create like 5 or 6 tracks, bro. Um, I love it, dog. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Um, but yeah, I believe that the industry is gonna fall, and I believe that real music. I think when I say real music, I say this. I think we're gonna get to a point where we can create what we feel. Not what's industry standard and what's not popping right now and what's not this. I think that everybody gonna get a chance to really create their own music. Everything is gonna sound different again. I believe that is coming. With all the things that's happened in the music industry and all the CEOs leaving and all this and this and that, you know, all that stuff that's going on, I believe we're on a good route. We're on a good route. But I have not found a sweet spot. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds good though, bro. I like the plug-in itself. Yeah, man. Greg Key's gonna have a Grammy with this joint. That dude is dope, bro. Yeah, I agree, bro. I believe it's gonna all fall down. Um, I believe that people are gonna have the freedom to make their own music, and you're gonna have people that love it, and you're gonna have people that hate it. But it won't be because of paoli. Yeah, it won't be because the industry wanted you to be famous. It won't be any of that anymore. I believe we're finna get away from that completely. Just imagine if everybody was independent, bro. Like everybody was independent. They created the music they wanted to make. And not the company is not pushing it anymore. You just like what you like. And if people like it, then they hear it and they listen to it. Everybody had a fair shot. Just imagine what the music industry would be. Not the music industry. Let me say, just imagine what music would be if everybody could just create whatever they come up with. Nobody is guiding you. There's no top 100s. There's no none of that stuff no more. I can't pay a DJ. I can't pay a streaming service. I can't do any of that anymore. Everybody just create what they have and put it out to the world. Everybody's at ground level. We don't know nobody no more. All the Lils are gone. Lil this, Lil that, all the Lils are done. All the mumble is gone. Now everybody got to rap. Now everybody got to be creative. Now everybody got to come up with something. And the people that listen at you is just going to be the audience. I think that's cool. Yes, bro. Yeah. Dog, listen. Nobody made money, bro. Nobody made money. Nobody made money. Nobody made money, man. I got a chance. There's people that I know in the industry, right? And without saying any names of anybody, I know that those artists that era of artists, social media was bigger than their music. And I know that's not what the labels wanted. I know the labels wanted, just imagine, right? I give you $500,000. Now, no, I'm sorry. I used the wrong word. I lend you $500,000. And I need you to pay me my money back because I've lent you this money. The company is depending on you to bring back that 500,000 and make more. But instead of the music doing that, that has to come from your social media. And we all know social media don't pay no real money, right? We know that don't happen. The industry, them labels was depending on you to bring them back that money in music. So now, instead of that, you got the streaming companies that are giving you 5 cents on the dollar. So you're really not making any money there. Do you know how long it would take you to make that $500,000 back with streaming? No. And let's just be real. Most of them guys are not talented. They're not talented. If you make them rap, they can't do it. They cannot do it. They cannot do it. So now what we're built on, which is artistry, we're built on lyricism. We're built on, we saw what happened between Kendrick and Drake, right? Drake is the bigger artist, but Kendrick is the better artist. And we figured out what that looked like at a big scale. We figured out what that looked like on a national scale. We're still hearing what that felt like. Game Wise says it would be great. It would be music at its rawest form, which is what we want, bro. That's what we want, bro. I kind of wish we still have the late 90s DJ producer. I know, bro. DJ Pool going to jack the rapper. I know. This is what I would like, bro. This is what I'm saying, man. Yeah. Had to knock down love. Right, bro. Labels were not prepared for hip hop culture on social media. I know it. They were not. They were not. Right. And so with that being said, right? So add into the mix of that, everybody sound the same. I can't tell anybody from anybody. So the label hired Future, right? They got a label that give Future. Future started putting out music. Future was the first person I heard with the mumble rap sound, right? Really, and that's just later days because Soldier Boy was the first one to come out with it. That's a whole nother story for another day. But Future came out. Now he has that sound. Let's go back to the 90s, right? So now Future has that sound. So everybody after him is biting off of that sound. That's what we used to call it back in the day. So they're biting off of that sound. Let me make sure. Hold on. Let me make sure I don't lose nothing. Kendrick is a better artist by far. Drake is a better entertainer. Very much so true. Yeah, too much oil. For sure. Yeah, too much, babe. I'm up here for sure. I'm thinking you talking about something else, baby oil. Yes. So we realize on a major scale, Drake is a bigger artist. Kendrick is a better artist. And Kendrick is petty enough to know how this works. He know how to gain the audience, right? So I don't think people really understood what Kendrick really did. Kendrick really destroyed this guy in a way that I don't think we've ever witnessed before, right? There were so many Easter eggs from the beginning to the end that it was clear that Drake was not prepared for this fight. Now, to even show you how much he was not ready for this fight, he trying to hit at other people. And dude, you got Kendrick Lamar battling you right now. You think you finna rap against other people and Kendrick is at your head right now? No, that ain't gonna work. So when you do this, you do stuff like Family Matters, where you said you used a sexy red line. You are not ready to battle Kendrick with a sexy red line. I guarantee you. And Kendrick played a mind game with you. You dropped Family Matters, and while people were still reacting to it, he drops another song that took all the steam away from Family Matters. Took the steam away from it. Not only did he take the steam away from Family Matters, he hit you with Not Like Us right after that. That just ended everything. Ended everything. And we still hear this song today in high volume. Every football band, every band across the land right now, any black college, any whatever college is playing that song, you're probably going to hear it at the Super Bowl, and then he's probably going to more than likely win a Grammy right after that. So we still got months of this song to go for. And I don't even think people understand that this number one song we're talking about is a diss song that says Drake with minors, bro. That is crazy to me. But this is what it was all meant to be in the first place. We were meant to be talented. And not to say that Drake's not talented. That's not what I'm saying. Because I think he's still dope for what he does. Even though he got writers, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to put there. He's just not an MC like that. He's not an MC like that. Kendrick is no one to play with, bro. Let me tell y'all, man. I could have did a breakdown on that. That would have been so much. Family Matters was very hard, bro. Like it was crazy. Like there's a line in that joint where he's talking about Kendrick's trans uncle or whatever the case may be. That line was so crazy. It was crazy, but he just didn't have enough, bro. He just didn't have enough. He just didn't have enough. He just didn't have enough. Play that joint like 10 times. Bro, I remember K Dot is serious. Sound K Sound dude. I remember when that song first dropped. I was up when that song first dropped. I was watching DJ Academics talking about whatever he was trying to. Okay, so Academics was doing a reaction to Family Matters, and he was up there. He was drive. The stuff Kendrick that Drake does. While he's doing that, Kendrick's dropped this song, not Family Matters, but Meet the Grams, right? So he drops Meet the Grams. Now the steam is taken away from Family Matters. So DJ Academics goes and listens to this song. He can't even focus on Drake's song no more. Now, and I'm using him because he's a Drake fan. So he can't even focus on Drake Family Matters no more at that particular point. So fast forward, now he's getting to a point where now I need to go back and do a reaction to the song that got interrupted. Well, as he's doing that, Kendrick drops Not Like Us. Do you know what kind of mind game you're doing to this situation? That's insane how that went. It's insane how that whole thing went. But that's real. The Kendrick is cut from that cloth. He's cut from the cloth of that. Drake's not. Drake's not cut from that cloth. That's like when Nicki tried to battle Remy Ma. These are not the same type of battlers. Remy Ma is cut from the cloth of that. Nicki's not. Nicki's the bigger artist. Remy's the better artist. So it doesn't. It's just what it. Music is just what it is, bro. The authenticity of it is just always gonna win. Well, let's not rewrite history. Let me add this. Initially, Drake was winning because K-Dot got off to a slow start. He did. But let me tell you what K-Dot did, though. Let me tell you what K-Dot did. K-Dot said this. Number one, he said that y'all was hurt from a throwaway. So when it started with like that, when K-Dot said, it ain't no big three, it's just big me. K-Dot was with that on that song. Now in Euphoria, K-Dot said y'all was chipped by a throwaway. That was a feature on a song of somebody else's, right? So in Euphoria, he says, this is a friendly fade. We should keep it that way. So even in Euphoria, he's really not coming at you yet because he's just kind of playing with you at this moment. And he's saying, don't take it further. That's something you don't want to do. So is it really a slow start or is it more, hey, I'm trying to spare you? Just let this be a friendly fade. We should keep it that way. So, I mean, I'm saying it. And then if you go past that and you do the second song that he did, which was 6 a.m. in LA, 6 a.m. in LA, whatever the name of the song, whatever the song was, right? That song was a warning shot to say, hey, you might want to leave me alone. Let's just don't bring my family into it. Just keep it where it is. We're going to, just let's just keep it right here. Don't make me go there, because if you make me go there, I'm gonna go there. That's what this was. This is friendly fade. We should keep it that way. Don't you taking it there, I'm taking it farther. That's something you don't want to do. So I'm really just kind of playing with you at this point. I'm really not really going at you right now. I'm really just kind of rapping. So slow start. Depends on how you look at it. Depends on how you break it down. Cause at first I didn't know it was what it was, but I had a similar experience just chilling one night, and all of a sudden I see people doing the reaction to the new joint Kendrick did, and I fell in the hole listening to every single person who reposted. I know it, bro. I was up like that. I like who's genuine, it seems, even off camera posting and regular. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, Nicki shouldn't have never battled Remy. There's a difference, bro. There's a difference, right? So Nicki does well with what she does. I can whatever she does that. That's not gonna be Remy Ma though. There's a chick called 3D Nati. 3D Nati could kill Nicki Minaj, bro. If y'all have never heard of 3D Nati, she is the truth, bro. She can out rap a lot of females in the industry. Yeah, Nicki is not a battle rapper. She is not a battle rapper, bro. Remy from that cloth. She's from that cloth. See, two nickels. I just saw you. Yep, Remy from the battle cloth. Even in her league, she just know what it is. When she came out with the, bruh, listen, Remy a fool, bruh. Yeah, she type. Who you talking about? CT Better Beats. Which one? You talking about 3D Nati? 3D Nati from New Orleans, and she is very creative. I've heard her battle before, like not battle somebody, but I've heard her rapping that kind of style. She is dope. There's another chick. Really, there's this chick, Sunye. Sunye had a song. Hold on. Sunye had a song years ago, bro. I don't even think she has this song up no more. Nicki created this song about something to the degree of rap dudes she would sleep with or whatever. I can't remember how the song went. Sunye had this song out years ago, bro. And it sounds very identical to each other. Kanye had that joint out on SoundCloud. I wonder, let me. She had this joint out on SoundCloud like years before Nicki released that song. And Kanye been killing the game for a minute. If y'all don't know who Kanye is, y'all just look her up. If you see anything with blue, then you know that's Kanye. Kanye does everything blue. She has a dope style. I like her older stuff. I know her newer stuff. She's basically playing for the crowd with her new music, but her older stuff so dope. I like her older stuff for sure. Oh, she's still on SoundCloud, but it's 2 years ago. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I don't think she has this song up no more. I'm gonna show you how it is. This is Kanye. I don't know if y'all ever known her music before, but her older music. Now, the last thing she put up was like 2 years ago. So where y'all heard this word before? This word here before. There was somebody that came out with a song with this name.
These niggas is phony, they saying they love you, them fucking your homies.
Now, the music is dope, but somebody else came out with a song like this years later. And I'll let y'all figure that out. I'm going to ask y'all again on this other one. This one right here. Who do you know started using this word like lately? Let y'all.
Pussy like Jazzy, he got the mind sheet. Eat it up, he ain't even hungry. Right away, start again funny. He is a simp walking lick, yeah.
Now I played that so you can hear it. Now this song is 2 years old. 2 years old. There's a song out like this right now that just came out not too long ago. And I'll leave it there. What's my point? My point is there is a lot of new artists that's reaping from artists that's been out before doing what they do. I heard much about, probably hadn't even been a whole year yet, maybe, I don't know, from a newer artist. And when I heard it, I said, I know where she got that from. Yep. But yeah, you got people, when they need music, they go to the people they need to get it from, because there's people out here that's really creative. Sonya is one of those people. Sonya is very creative. She has been she's been around. She's been around. I feel that she's been around in the background. Um, I've seen her on some stages before. I don't think she's getting her just due, in my opinion, because she dope. She should definitely be in the mix, but she's not. She's quote unquote behind the scenes, and if you don't really know her music, you don't even know of her. And she dope, super dope. Um, yeah, yeah, man, yeah, man. I can go on and on about this kind of stuff, man. I listen. Man, I've been thinking about doing like a version of this channel where we talk like that. I'd like to get people on with me though, and just do it that way where we can really have the conversation, like a podcast, kind of like. I know everybody doing podcasts, so but I think it'd be good to just have those conversations because I believe, like I said, I believe everything is gonna go down, and music itself is gonna be birthed out of the failure of what we got going on now. And somebody like a Sanye would be able to put her music out and people can hear it without having to either sell it or it getting leaked, one or the other. I don't know. Because there was a time when she was putting the music, and I want to say it was Young Thug, as a matter of fact, that was talking about leaking that music. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I believe it was him. And he was speaking to it being leaked on SoundCloud. Now I don't know what that was. I don't know why that was about, but that's what I remember. I remember something to that degree. But I don't know, man. I think that, you know, the gray keys, the K sounds, the CT better beats, I think those guys deserve to be in that spotlight just like anybody else. I believe y'all create music just as good as anybody else's. And if everybody had a fair shot, which it would be, people just like what they like based on what their ears tell them, and not based on who you can get it in front of and all that other stuff. Let it get its own traction. You get enough people to listen to it. You get enough people to spread it. You know what I mean? Whether if you have it on a streaming service or not, if it went back to people paying for it, either way, because I don't know how the streaming service is gonna do. If everybody stop using it, then it won't be available. But everybody got to go back to buying music again. But if they're meant for people to get their just due, then I'm down for it. Because right now, people are really not making any money, bro. They're just not. 3-5 cents on a dollar ain't no money, bro. Depending on whatever your deal is and how many streams you got, if 1,000,000 streams equal $30,000, I don't even want to play in that game, bro. I don't even want to play in a game where 1,000,000 streams give me $30,000 or whatever the number is, whatever that number is. I just know it's not close to $1 million. Matter of fact, it's below the 50% mark too. So my point is, if I can make more money on my sales by getting people that really care about it to purchase it, man, that's a whole nother world. It's what it used to be. Used to be we had to go purchase the music back then. Or you just put it out there and let it do what it do. One or the other, man. You know, whichever one work. But yeah. These conversations are valuable, man. We gotta do more. I've never did anything major. The money I've made from streaming services ain't really nothing. Quasi as kept, I have a piece of, if you add up all the songs that I've, not me personally, that I've produced on for people, it's over 1 million streams, but I haven't seen nowhere near that. Nowhere near that. On my cut, on the producer's cut, on that stuff, no, it's nowhere near that. Really, 1 million streams is just a goal to say that you did. And it ain't like it's on one song. You're talking about 20 different songs or something like that. Whatever it is, it's a big number of songs. But if you add all those streams up, you have over 1 million streams for sure. And I cannot brag about that because I don't even see the real money of that. And the crazy part is not even them. These are all independent. These are all independent artists. They're not seeing the money either. So I mean, it is what it is. But anyway, man, this has been cool, man. Studio 17, we started with that, but you know, we done took a whole nother turn. K-Sound, you still on here, bro? I just realized I drank an energy drink at like midnight. I opened it earlier and just finished it. Yeah. Stupid things I do. Anyway, don't look like you on here, bro. Yeah, man. Anyway, listen. I'm about to get out of here, man. I really appreciate you guys for jumping on the live stream. I'm going to be doing a official video. I tried to do it tonight, but it just didn't go the way I wanted it to, so I'll do an official video on Studio One. And we're going to continue to move forward with it. You'll be seeing more videos on Studio One in the near future. We working for sure, man. I will not be doing a live stream tomorrow. I am going to finish doing the video for Studio One, but it won't be a live stream. We just do a video, release it on Friday. Just so you can really see the actual product of Studio 17. So we'll do that, man, and I will see y'all guys on the next video live stream, which will be next week, next Thursday. We'll be right back here again, doing what we do, and I'll see y'all then, man. Peace out.